Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today we are back at Elrond USDT. I just got so many requests from you guys to check Elrond on a bigger scale, and of course I will appease and try to appease you guys, right, if you wish so. And let's just look at it, what's going on basically on Elrond on kind of daily or weekly time frames, right? So basically, looking from Binance perspective, right, we had a parabolic pump, and if we hide everything here, you can see that parabolic pump basically happened without any real retraces, right? So a lot of people, when they look at chart like this, they're like, damn, right, that looks so good, right? We have so much going on right here. But the problem is a parabolic pump is usually not a good thing on a long-term perspective, right? So what I mean by that, basically speaking, when I go back into the visible mode, right, I'm going to tell you once, I'm still keeping this trade on. Why am I still keeping this trade on? Because I am almost for certain that Elrond will sometimes in the future touch this point once again, right? I am almost 99% certain that that will happen in the past. And I am about 80 to 70% certain that we will see this area again in the future. Pretty much we left this area untested, right? And which is not something you normally do on alts, because I've been trading alts for like long time, right? For more than 5 years. I already know these tendencies to what alts tend to do, and when they kind of come back and test similar areas again, and pretty much like you will be hearing people, oh yeah, this will never happen, you will never see this again, right? And this is coming from a guy that just knows TA, right? I don't know any FA behind Elrond. I have no idea why it pumped so much from FA perspective. But TA perspective had a pretty much a nice pattern, but it's definitely on the weird side that we had zero pullbacks, right? So that means that they had to have a pretty good, strong news, something like Tesla, right? Pretty similar to Tesla, that they pumped without any retrace, right? And when it comes like this, so yes, I am still pretty much 70% certain that we will touch this area in the future, but I'm about 99% certain that we will touch at least this area if we wouldn't touch this one, right? Now going back to a little bit more indecisive current timeline, right? So I've drawn a fib, right? So the reason why I drawn fib, you don't really see me use it, right? But the problem is we have nothing to the left side anymore, right? So now we can only go and do a little Fibonacci for us to kind of give us a clue where the next point will be, right? And in this case, right, the logic behind fib here is if we break this point, right, we will most likely, if we break it and hold it, we have chances of testing this one, right? But if we fail it here, we can return all the way down to 2 or even lower at the beginning of the fib where it started, right? So right now, if you look at it, the downside is about 60%, but the upside is about 60% as well. So basically, being short or long at the moment is neither wrong choice. Definitely being short at the moment is more of the wrong choice than it being long, right? For that reason, I don't like to I don't like to short moonwalks, right? Basically because you just don't know where it's gonna stop, right? The only reason for you, I mean, the only available options when you have moonshots like this to short them is you have to lose something on a daily time frame, right? So for instance, and for me, right, if the chart went from this point all the way down to this point, right, and it bounced from this, so from perspective of daily, you're still doing a bullish bounce, right? So yes, if I would have shorted up here, I would have shorted only a small time frame and do it as a scalp, right? But if the price went all over down here, closed back under here, and then bounced, then yes, I would start shorting on the higher time frames, daily time frame plus, because that would kind of confirm my bullishness. We should not lose this area for us to continue being bullish. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible to continue being bullish after you lose this area, but your chances decrease drastically, right? So you have both possible plays. So for now, you have 2 or 3 possible plays, right? Gains holds this, it's probably gonna go to this, right? That's a pretty big gain, so you're pretty much safe. Of course, it's a little bit less accurate because it's a use of Fibonacci, and Fibonacci is some sort of it's sort of an indicator, and it's not really high accuracy as price action, right? but if price reaction is good, you have chances of touching this, right? If it rejects here, goes down to here, holds this, yes, this is a possible long and a possible scalp short on the top. If it goes even lower though, this is a most definite long. Like this is one of the surest longs you can get, definitely high probability of playing out, so you can long it here. And if it goes all the way back up here, possibility of a low time frame scalp short, right? But the foreplay in this case would be if it goes all the way down here, it stays down here for a couple of days, then starts rebouncing, then yes, you're going to be either shorting this or you're going to be shorting this area right here, right, on a daily time frame. And hopefully after that it will go down some more, all the way to the area that we currently said that we have like 70% chances of touching it, right? So that would pretty much be the whole entire aspect of Elrond, and I have pretty much high hopes that it's gonna play like this out, right? So this last line doesn't really matter as much. Like it almost doesn't matter how high you go. The price action will most likely return in the future to test the untested levels, right? So that is the most common thing you usually do in alts on crypto, right? It's just standard thing. Like I said, I've been trading them for more than 5 years, and I keep seeing this over and over and over again on 99% of the charts, right? You really have some rare occasions like Link or something like that, or Bitcoin, that they left some untouched level behind, but it's really a rare occasion, right? So yeah, guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.